Hello and welcome to Tavern Banter, where I'm sweet and he's sour.
Oh, but true. Hi, I'm Luke.
And I'm Caleb. Cheers.
Cheers.
We always cheers.
We
It's
do. We're tired. We're out of sync, out of whack. But
It's been a long day.
it has been a long, long day. Oh, how are you, man?
I am energized. I am not tired in any way.
It's been a long, long day.
I've had a cruisy day.
I am so ready. I am energized.
I'm pumped. How
That's
are
good.
you?
Great conversation work, my friend. Yeah, tired, but good. I had a birthday dinner with my grandparents yesterday for my grandma, and met and hung out with the extended family of my dad's side, and they're tiring. They're very tiring, energetic people, but they're good. It was fun.
Like they're just very social. Is that what?
They're more social. They're different from like me and in my mum's side of the family, but they're just. It was so tiring because they want to talk, they want to chat a lot and drink, but they're fun, and so I'm still recovering from that.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. Speaking of recovering, or people who won't recover, it's a great segue. I know
That sounds so morbid.
it
Go
is.
on.
But we are talking about death. Recently, Ozzy Osbourne sadly passed, and that's not who we're talking about right now.
Okay.
But Hulk Hogan also passed.
Yep.
And now, Caleb, you are not familiar with the Trisha Paytas meme
No.
of dead celebrities.
No.
So this
I
is
don't even know. You've lost me
So
already.
Trisha Paytas, I believe, is a YouTuber, a content creator at some point in the past, but she's famous for that kind of thing. Yeah.
What was her content?
Vlogs, random live channels.
Vlogs haven't been popular for years.
No,
That's
she.
not true.
Name a vlogger.
There's plenty of vloggers.
But name
Jack's
one.
Films, is he a vlogger?
Who's Jack? Is Jack's?
I could say anything and you wouldn't be able to stop me. Anyway,
That is also fair.
But I'm gonna Google this to make sure I get it right. But there is a long like lineage of meme with Trisha Paytas and dead celebrities. So
Are you trying to Google it?
I want to make sure I get this right. Well, I know the basic premise. Basically, when Trisha Paytas is married and has children,
Yeah, very good.
and every single time she has been pregnant with a child, a celebrity has died.
Oh.
And so the running meme is that the celebrity is reincarnating into one of her children. And so the joke was recently that both Ozzy Osbourne and Hulk Hogan died, and the idea is like Hulk Hogan died, but was too late because Ozzy Osbourne beat him out, and so he's seeing him get the reincarnation.
I get.
Before that, so
And someone put that into a meme.
yeah. So there's been multiple. Cause she's had multiple children.
Just a question.
Yeah, what up?
What's the age difference between the children? Like.
Well, let's get this up. We're going to yahoo.co, rather. So it started trending after the Pope election. Interesting. Basically,
I want a year. I want
know.
facts.
Cardinal Robert Prevost's papacy commenced in there. A popular online theory concerning that. So I think.
Do you need me to cover the beginning of it for you?
Yeah, if you can find it before I can.
I
you know
just saw it.
Oh, okay, cool.
So her first child was born soon after Queen Elizabeth II died.
That's what the
Queen
first one.
Elizabeth was the first one.
Yeah.
And then she was pregnant just after, was it Pope Francis?
Pope Francis,
that just
yes.
passed? So when he passed,
She had a baby.
She was just
She was
about
pregnant.
to have a baby.
I understand.
That's when it
Yeah.
became the meme.
Yeah, 'cause
because
they were like,
people
wow.
made the joke about the Queen, but then the Pope died as well.
They're like, wow, 2 for 2.
And so she's just had her third baby.
Can you give me an image of her?
Yeah, I got an image of this.
Because I can't put a.
Did you ever watch that? Do you know H3H3?
No.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
She had a podcast with H3H3 that did not end well, specifically for him. But like it was just to put it kindly, she's not very intelligent.
Okay.
And she has said a lot of things. I think at one point on the podcast of her own podcast with H3H3, she said something like, "I can't believe they invented gravity." That kind of stuff. And you know, she's very much that kind of. She's very memeable, and half of you's like, "This is an act," and the other half is like, "No, this is just the real person."
Yeah,
it's
gotcha,
very very. But yeah, that's Trisha Paytas. That doesn't mean that I've been laughing at recently, but because of it, because of all these jokes of Ozzy Osbourne is the one being reincarnated and Hulk Hogan's been left behind. I've also just been looking into Hulk Hogan a little bit here and there.
Was he a
He's a wrestler.
Wrestler? Yep.
Famous WWE wrestler back in the heyday. Specifically,
Did he have the mustache?
The blonde mustache.
Yep.
Very tan. Him and Macho Man Randy Savage hated each other.
I briefly watched wrestling when I was younger. Not like I wasn't really into
I think
I
this
had
is even before us, but yeah.
Well, I had friends. I had friends that were
A terrible first photo that is. That's him there.
Yeah. But I had friends like in primary school
Yeah.
that were into wrestling, and sometimes when I was over their house, they would
I did too.
we wouldn't watch wrestling, but there was the wrestling game like the WWE on PlayStation 2.
Yeah. Like 2006, SmackDown vs Raw.
Yeah,
All
like
that- all that
stuff like
stuff
that. And
where you
so
could play as all the- make your own wrestler.
my favorite was Rey Mysterio.
Yes, absolutely, brother. Rey fucking Stereo, great guy.
Only because I think the name sounded cool.
Yeah, he also had the finishing move where he would put them on the rope and then he would spin around the rope, and
which
kick
I
them in the
also
face.
thought was very, very
It's
cool.
cool.
Yeah,
He's a great wrestler. Okay, but so this is Hulk Hogan, and the funny thing about Hulk Hogan is like he's one of those people who would just tell lies about himself constantly. So I've got here a list of his most outrageous lies that he's told throughout the world, but they're not. We're not confirmed that these are lies. No one can really prove them wrong.
They're hard to believe. Is that
They're very hard to believe.
Well, tell me them, and I'll give you my opinion.
I'll give you a note. So first of all, Hulk Hogan once rejected dinner invitations from both Madonna and Cher.
Has to be true.
Has to be true, obviously. I mean, who wouldn't want them?
Well, I can also, to be fair, I can believe that as well.
He was popular. He was famous.
Well, yeah, and also maybe you just didn't like them.
But I think I could believe Cher because she's a little bit strange. But I don't think Madonna would invite him to
Oh,
have dinner.
is that the lie? People don't believe
Well,
they would
I don't
invite
believe
him.
it. I don't think anyone believes either of them. But he claims on a podcast that both Madonna and Cher invited him to dinner both times when he was with his wife. So maybe he's trying to convince people he was being, honourable to his wife and the promises he made. Hogan said that he was at Vince McMahon's birthday party. Vince McMahon owned WWE at the time. At the Twin Towers. Don't know why I had to put that in. And a police officer came and asked him to go downstairs to a limo the goddess of pop had sent for him. Hogan said no. The other incident took place. That's all.
The goddess of...
I think that's Madonna.
Oh, Madonna?
Yeah, it's very, very, Or is that shit? That's got to be Madonna, right? Goddess of pop? Don't worry. It's fine. Like,
I am curious.
He rejected them. I think it's Madonna. I think Madonna's more popular than Cher.
Sure.
Vince McMahon asked him to return to WWE after his... Oh, it's Cher? Oh, okay. Apparently I'm out of touch. This one's not as interesting. Vince McMahon asked him to return to WWE after his TNA run. Basically, he left WWE for another company.
Sure.
And they were like, come back. He's like, no, brother, I can't do that. I'm too popular. This is one of the worst ones. Muhammad Ali, the boxer, right, considered him the greatest of all time.
Like wrestler?
Just in general. Muhammad Ali, someone who is touted as the greatest of all time in terms of sports, said he was the greatest of all time, according to Hulk Hogan. Boxing legend.
Maybe it was a sarcastic.
Maybe apparently they were good friends. Hulk Hogan got his black eye from a speeding jet ski he did a WrestleMania, and he came up with a massively fucked up black eye, and he kept saying no it was from a jet ski, but a lot of people think it's from Macho Man Randy Savage, his rival.
Oh, okay.
He hated him rather. Not everyone hated Macho. I'm gonna find one more because I know this one.
Come on, give me a crazy one because at the moment, right. All these claims, and I'm not really, I guess I don't really know the controversy at the time with him when these claims were going on, but they don't really seem
massively bad.
Well, I feel like
I'll give you the top one.
They are kind of.
I'll give you the top one.
Yeah,
do you know who Mike Tyson is?
I know who Mike Tyson is.
Possibly the most deadly boxer at the time, at his peak.
Yes.
Like, not as fast as Muhammad Ali, but if you get hit by him, you're basically dead.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan said that Mike Tyson was scared to face him in a boxing match.
Uh-huh.
Now remember, WWE isn't real fighting.
I know.
Like it takes a lot of talent. It takes a lot of effort. It's not actual fighting.
Yeah.
And he was like, Mike Tyson. It's very, very painful stunt choreography. Yeah. Like you put your body on the line. But he was like, Mike Tyson's too scared to fight me. He never fought me. And of course, this is said well after both of their primes. When needed to fight.
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit.
Yeah,
he would do.
well, yeah, I can see that. But all the other stuff you told me, I'm like, maybe. Like,
I swear there's one more that's even funnier because it's straight up just not real. And I want to see if it's here or not. But I've heard him claim that Elvis was a big fan of his. Like Elvis Presley was a huge Hulk Hogan fan.
Was Elvis not alive?
That would be a really cool story if only it was true. Similar to John Belushi's story, Hogan must have been confused. He began his wrestling career in Memphis in 1979. Elvis died in 1977. That's the kind of shit he would do. That's what throws the rest.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan is a meme unto himself. Elvis was a big fan of me. Hulk, he died 2 years before you started.
I like to think, as someone who also says stupid things in moments, right?
Yeah, me too.
Unintelligible things, at times.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Right? I would like to think, not would like to think, it may be possible that in the moment he spoke, he was saying it as, like comedic timing, right? Like maybe he's being misquoted in the...
Maybe he just was either confused or like he was... Like, maybe he would have said something like, I think Elvis might have been a big fan of him.
Yeah, like, I think Elvis
kind of like what Justin Bieber did at the house of, what's her name? She hid on the floorboards and she was in the Nazi Germany. I can't remember her name. Anne Frank. When he went to the Anne Frank house, he signed in the book, because there's a guest book, you can see it as a part of a journey. He said, I bet she would have been a believer.
Yeah.
Classy thing to sign in such a specific place. The funny thing is that I believe Anne Frank was both deaf and blind, so I don't think she would have been a believer unless what he's saying is my music's that bad. Maybe
that good. It
fixes her.
It breaks through deafness.
Anyway,
but people like. Anyway, I'm not.
People say stupid stuff.
Yeah.
And I reckon Hulk Hogan was just kind of crazy. I will say, and because we're glossing over it, he was kind of a jerk and a bad. He was racist, and he did a lot of. He said a lot of really bad things and dumb things when he got older. So we're not going to make him to be like, oh, he's a nice guy. He was racist, but these are just funny things to kind of.
Yeah, I guess. Like, you just telling me this stuff, like, I don't really have context of the person he is, right?
You don't know enough about him to be like, oh, it's funny to laugh at him, or oh, he's just being a bit silly, or like he genuinely was kind of a bad guy. But it's
that's back to our original topic, just about the reincarnation thing. Are we saying?
Oh, Trisha Paytas is
are we saying
reincarnating babies?
Yeah, is he the one that got
Ozzy Osbourne? So Ozzy Osbourne died before him. Which, by the way, someone brought this up to me before. It's crazy, isn't it, that Ozzy Osbourne lived to like 70-something, possibly 80-something, and Hulk Hogan lived similar too. And both of them had done metric shit tons of drugs and just alcohol, cocaine, all that stuff, and they lived to that age. That's insane. What are they doing that others aren't?
I think modern medicine comes a long way, and I think if you're rich enough,
you know what?
I think even though you do irreparable
damage.
Yeah. No, I said that right.
You're right.
Irreparable damage to yourself. I think modern medicine can help, like, manage it, prolong your life.
Yeah,
still.
I think so. That's fair.
But it also, in saying that, in today's age, like, dying younger than 80 is kind of like on average.
That's true.
Like, you know,
people it depends on a lot of circumstances, but yeah, like,
what is it, barkeep? On average, bad word, huh?
I just chose to ignore it at that point. Not the average.
This is what I'm talking about. Unintelligible comments.
No, it's intelligible. It's just wrong. Unintelligible means we don't understand at all what you're saying. The irony of this.
If everyone understands, then why must it be a problem?
He must have known what he was saying, because he looked straight at me as soon as it came out of his mouth.
Like, this sounds wrong. I know it's not correct, but it gets the point across. And then he looked at the barkeep. Why am I hiding the fact?
I do my best, people. Yeah. I try.
You try.
English is. I just struggle. I just struggle with English.
Yeah, everyone does. It's the hardest language, apparently.
Then how come it's always me?
because I don't. Speak,
it's always my pain.
Because I have. There's a little voice in my head that goes, "Don't say that. You'll sound stupid."
I know.
I don't. You never have that one bit. I have enough self-doubt in my mind to be like, that's dumb.
There's so many times where I say things where I'm just like, I don't even think, like, I don't even have the thought of this is right.
Right.
This is wrong. Yeah. It's just the fact that when I say it, I'm like, yeah, that's a word, or I think this is, like,
I love your
it's
confidence,
good.
man.
I do, and then someone's like, this is the right word.
This is the right word.
I'm using this in the right context.
Yeah. I like to think that because you have that confidence, that the thing is that you will learn if it is right or wrong, and that means you'll at least will you keep that in your mind? I hope. I'm being optimistic.
It's no, because because I think this is the key.
So look at the barkeep and she's shaking her head.
I think this is the key, right?
Yeah.
Like what you said, you understand what I'm saying. So if you understand what I'm saying, then I don't feel the need to change. Do you get what I'm saying?
I guess just when it comes,
and it's not offending anyone, right?
It's not. It's just when it comes to stuff like when I think about you, I don't know, writing an email or sending something out into the world publicly.
Autocorrect is
you say that
saving grace.
But I've received emails and messages from you before, and it hasn't helped you.
Messenger, like when it's like personal, because those aren't professional emails or whatever, right? Messenger does not
help
autocorrect grammar.
Yeah.
And it only
basic grammar,
and it only autocorrects from your phone.
Yeah,
right?
No, you're right.
But email programs or like Google Documents and all that, they all have pronunciation.
No.
Like sorry, not pronunciation, grammar.
Grammar.
I did it again.
I love the idea. You're writing an email and it's just got underneath the phonetic symbols for you. Like, I can pronounce that now.
I have that.
I've got a plug-in. Every time you write an email, it adds the phonetic symbols at the bottom. In case you can't pronounce this word.
Caleb uses Grammarly.
I do.
Oh, you use Grammarly?
I use Grammarly.
I was going to say, like, my emails aren't nearly this good. Well, that's good. You know, everyone has a tool to... Sponsor us, Grammarly. We're already advertising for you. You may as well pay us money.
I don't. Yeah.
Do you have opinions on Grammarly?
Sponsor us. They have this premium thing that comes up with a little yellow line under it when it's like, if you want to sound even better,
no, fuck off,
pay us actual money. And I'm sure that is help if I wrote emails constantly.
Yeah. I think...
And to be fair, actually, if I did write emails constantly, I do actually think I would need it.
I think so. But you might. I'll say this much: you're not nearly as bad sometimes, depending, as like some emails I've gotten from others, like across the pond in America, when I've done like small little things for animators or voice stuff for them. Because I'm constantly shocked by just how casual it is, and it honestly annoys me with the amount of like drilling I've gotten from our uni of like, be professional, you know. When you're writing an email, start off with "Dear so-and-so" and yada, 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 and sign off. And I've done that whole shtick. I've emailed someone. I've said, hey, by the way, blah, blah, to make sense. I've said this, blah, 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 signing off, Luke, yada, yada, yada. And I'll get back from them sometimes.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
And he'll be like, lol, sure. Or like, I'm like, stop using internet speak. This is a fucking email.
This is a job.
This is a job that I'm trying to be professional, and you are... terrible at this.
I guess that is... Look, I don't know. I think it's just the way the world is moving, and I also think it just depends on what context, like who you're sending it to.
That's the thing. It's a lot of it's a lot of casual projects that people have passions for, rather than actual paid production. Which are like, in the end, it's more funny to see, less annoying. Have I mentioned that I got misnamed in one of the emails on the podcast? I don't think I have. Kay is saying no, so I'm gonna think. Kay's got a good memory.
Tell me the story.
I did a job for someone.
Luca?
No, much worse. This is hilarious. Like, it was funny.
John Cena.
They
couldn't see.
So lame. There's two jokes of
We're
John Cena.
so cringy.
So cringy.
And old.
They did, no, not old. I did a recording for an online tabletop channel that was doing characters that had letters and stuff, and the players would find these letters, and they would have a recording of that character writing the letter out. And I played the main sort of quest, not giver, but like the main through line of the story. He's the main
narrator.
Sort of. He's kind of the character that kicks off all the things that lead to the whole story happening.
Sure.
So, like, he's not a main character, but he is the main character of the letters. And his name is Richard, right? And it's an old character from a time in history, whatever. And I did all the recording. I sent it all through. I did it very, very early, even though I had plenty of time, because I had a lot more recording than other people. And the guy got back to me and said, hey, great job. You know, I loved it. I finally listened to all of it. Great stuff. Good stuff. Yada, yada, yada. And gave me this massive compliment and gave me a review on the website that they found me. The funny thing is, when they started this, right, they didn't say, hey, dear Luke, great job. They said, dear Richard, great job.
Dear Richard.
And I was like...
They named your character.
Well, so at first I was like, is there someone else in the cast called Richard? I don't... But no, because they're specifically pointing out things I did. So it's not like a copy and paste and I just got... And I went, oh, they've accidentally just called me by the character name. I've done an amazing job.
Yeah, you were that convincing.
They believe that I was an early American settler. There's a great line in that I had to not giggle through because there's a ship in the script called a pinnace. And I had to look up the pronunciation for
What's so funny about that?
You're not going to believe me. It sounds like the word penis.
That's a very flaccid joke.
Is it? What does that mean?
Flaccid?
No, not the word flaccid. What is a flaccid joke? It all paid off for that. That was great. Should we go on to our first real topic? This is great. No, we're just relaxed. It's so good.
Okay, the big news. The big news that we all came here for, actually.
After Trisha Paytas as a child.
Critical Role.
Yes.
Has announced their campaign 4.
Did my yes throw you off there? So, Marco, yes. Yes, campaign 4. Very exciting. Very keen.
No, it's great. Matthew Mercer.
Yep.
Is becoming a player.
A player.
For the first time in the campaign. And Brennan Lee Mulligan is taking over.
As DM.
As DM.
Now, we don't know if it's D&D or if it's Daggerheart. I'm going to assume it's actually still D&D.
Me too.
Because I don't think... I think Daggerheart works great as a system from what I've done. And we still haven't played yet as a one-shot. And I need to organise that so we can talk about it on the show. But from what I can tell, Daggerheart is a lot more story-oriented, a lot less mechanic-oriented. And I think D&D just kind of supplies that extra balance of both story and mechanic.
Yeah.
But who knows? They might try Daggerheart. But I reckon it's going to be D&D. It's set in a new world, so it's not Exandria.
No, I think it's going to be
like
Brennan Lee Mulligan's
design, his own world.
Like own homebrew world. And I'm excited to see, because in Dimension 20.
Yeah, Dimension 20.
Is over at Dropout. His DMing style is a little... it's not classical fantasy.
Yes.
It's, right? It's this very...
It's very postmodern.
Postmodern, quacky. It's got a lot more realism to it, with a bit of fantasy sprinkled throughout.
Yeah. Did you have something to say? You're gonna quack, right?
Quack.
He did say quacky, and I was like quirky, but you're not wrong. It is. I would describe it as quacky.
Quacky.
Yeah. So this is the thing with Brennan Lee Mulligan. I like him as a DM.
Mm-hmm. I
can't get into those worlds nearly as much, and that's kind of because the way I see how they do Dimension 20 is that it feels like it's short series. Or like one series and then a completely different world the next series and a completely different world the next series, potentially, kind of thing. And it feels wider and not as in-depth as what, like, Exandria has been.
Yeah,
like,
I understand what you're saying.
I think it can be in-depth, but...
I think that's intentional, right?
Yeah.
I think Critical Role has already sort of claimed that sort of space on the internet, right?
Very in-depth.
Like, it's very in-depth. It's very, like, a deep campaign.
Yeah.
With a lot of
lot of drama,
world building, and knowledge. Branley Mulligan, his campaigns are, in my opinion, a lot more compact, right? So they're not as deep,
for lack of a better term,
for lack of a better term, as probably Exandria, but they still feel complete. If that makes sense.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah, it just worries me, right? It's like I'm not that worried, but I'm more like, will I enjoy it as much? Will I guess I should probably watch the Exandria Unlimited campaign short.
Everyone loved him when he did that.
Yeah, and that's what I hear a lot of. Like, everyone seemed to really enjoy his style, his work, and he's still, if what I can see is what I'm hearing is correct, it's still like kept that depth of character, but with his flair and his style. And so if that's the kind of thing he brings, I'd be pretty keen and pretty excited.
Yeah.
But I worry because, like, Dimension 20 is just not for me. When I look at it, I'm like, it looks funny in the bits and the moments, but I mean, I got into Critical Role because of those characters and the emotions, especially Campaign 2. Whereas, like, if that was the kind of style that the next Critical Role campaign was going to bring, I don't think I could get into it as far as I got for Campaign 3, and I didn't get all the way through Campaign 3.
Yeah, no, I didn't either.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate. I was thinking to myself that I always want to try to do Campaign 3 because there's so many. I see, like, as they've gotten, like, further in the campaign, right? There are so many, like, good moments, right?
Yeah.
Like, there are so many moments where I wish I was
Watching
in the loop. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I wish
Keeping up with it.
I was keeping up with it. I wish I was, like, involved, like I was with Campaign 2.
Yeah.
Or even Campaign 1, really.
When we caught up to that point, we were watching it week by week.
Yeah. So I'm trying to, like, make myself want to
watch it.
Watch campaign
4.
Numbers,
man.
You thought English was hard.
What about maths?
Counting's even worse.
Counting's so difficult.
But yeah, I think Campaign 4, I really want to, like, sit down and actually watch all the way through. I think what I struggled the most with Campaign 3, and I think for me personally, was it felt so slow in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, comparing it like side by side, Campaign 2, right? Campaign 2, and it felt like Session 1.
Things just picked off.
Things just, like, kicked off, they all kind of were in the same spot together. Like, they literally were in the same tavern within the first few, like, scenes. Episode 1 of Campaign 3, it took till nearly the
end of the episode.
The end of the episode.
Yeah.
Until they were fighting on the street. I don't necessarily think that was, like bad or anything. It just, like, as I was watching it, I was kind of like, I don't see the picture, like, bleeding together.
Yeah. The great of Campaign 2, like, the great thing that brought them all together was they were all accused of, like, murder.
Yeah.
In the beginning, and they were all falsely accused, and they all had to kind of work together to clear their names for that. And it was a very early, very, very short first campaign quest, or second campaign, early campaign quest. And in Campaign 3, I never got a sense of direction for quite a while of what we were doing or what they were doing.
Yeah, that's
And I was
yeah, like, I guess the through line at the beginning was Bertram Bell's murder. They were all trying to. That was, like, the first real
kicker of the story.
And
then it was kind of, it began about, like, the Red Moon, Ruidus and Imogen, and more devolved. It got to a point when I was listening and watching, and I was like, I think the biggest disillusion part was when parts of the campaign was about, like, death of the gods, and the gods are all equally bad, all equally not good. And I remember going, like, I've read both, the Tal'Dorei campaign guide and the Exandria's Guide to Wildmount, and they're very in-depth descriptions of why the betrayer gods are evil and why the other gods are not. And I know, like, you can tell history, and history changes based on who is telling it. But I didn't take the books I was given as like inaccurate history. Hypothetical. I was like, no, the Chained Oblivion seems like a very bad guy, and I don't think the Wild Mother is a bad god. And there was a point that really kind of took me out of it when they were talking to some expert of the religious gods or whatever, and there was like, oh, what about the evil gods? What do we think about them, whatever? And they kind of went, well, we don't call them evil gods. They're just different gods. And I was like, one of them's Asmodeus, like killer of torturer and
souls.
Corrupter and souls. Like, what the fuck do you mean that's not evil? It's like someone looking at the Sith and Jedi and being like, well, they just misunderstood.
Well, they are.
They blew up planets.
Yeah, but they needed to.
Of course, we've got to drop
for the balance.
We've got to drop unemployment to zero because there's no one else alive. It was just, it kind of took me as a moment being like, I get what you're going for. It's more nuanced. Unfortunately, the world you kind of set up beforehand didn't have that nuance, and now you're introducing.
I didn't watch that far, so I can't really comment. Yeah. But I can understand like that. Would be like disappointing.
Yeah,
I guess.
And look, I might be misinterpreting it, and it might be like people are like, oh no, later on it was more fleshed out, and it's this. But it just in that moment, it kind of took me. And I was like, you know what? I'm not enjoying this as much anymore. Rather than be a dick and complain, be like, oh, it's not as good anymore. I'm just gonna stop watching it because you know I don't have to watch it if I don't enjoy it as much, and I still like them.
I think that's the thing, right? Even though we weren't as big of fans of Campaign 3, right? And we didn't watch it, we still are fans of Critical Role.
Yes.
And Darrington Press.
And what they're doing with everything. And it's great stuff. How they're kind of really sewing into the community of tabletop. Like, years ago, the whole gimmick was they are just voice actors that play D&D. And now it's like, it feels like they are D&D and like board game and company people who sometimes voice act.
They're Critical Role people, and they have voice acting on the side.
That's a side gig. Which is, I mean, incredible. Imagine that kind of life change, going from like my main career is voice acting, that's what I'm known for, to being like, the majority of my career and money comes from this random thing that I created with my friends.
Yeah. That was a.
It was just a side thing. That was like, Geek and Sundry were like, hey Marisha, you've got, what do you have that we can put on as a show? And she's like, I've got this voice actor boyfriend who does D&D, and we've got these voice actor friends that all play with us. And we're all professional voice actors. We should do that. And everyone's like, no one's going to listen to that. And then we were like, what do you fucking mean? Of course we will. Did it
kick off really? Because I came late to the Critical. It was already nearly up to episode 60 or something.
Yeah,
when I dropped
like a third of the way through.
Yeah,
the campaign one.
How quickly did it like kick off?
It picked up pretty fast. Like not obviously not to the level that we're at today with Critical Role, but it was like it started off in Geek and Sundry at like, they did a couple episodes and people, I think what it was just word of mouth spread really fast because it's such a really what's the word, like bite-sized sentence that's a good pitch. Just voice actors playing D&D, professional voice actors play D&D, and they're all well-known names in the gaming industry. Like, if you play video games and people who like voice actors, everyone will know it's Matt Mercer. Everyone knows Liam O'Brien and Travis Willingham, Laura Bailey. Everyone knows Ashley Johnson from Last of Us. Like, they're household names, so you can get anyone. I think
it was also at that time where they were picking up some of their like biggest roles. Like Matt had just done Overwatch as
McCree. Now Cassidy. There was a controversy with the naming thing. Just cool. someone in the company that Cassidy was named after, and then he was outed for being a bad person and fired, and so they changed the character's name.
Sure.
Just because someone in the 1,000-year future who sees this video will comment, that kind of thing. Sorry, nice. my panicky brain. But yeah, he did that with Overwatch, and like Ashley Johnson had just done Last of Us.
Yeah, Laura Bailey was in Uncharted 4.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
I didn't play Uncharted 4. I don't know the characters, so I wouldn't be able to.
She played one of the female.
She would.
Like
probably not the love interest, but another one.
Because... No.
But then the like Liam O'Brien, Travis Willingham, and Laura Bailey were all in plenty of stuff. Travis Willingham and Laura Bailey were in anime as well. For,
Yeah, they've been doing
Fullmetal
anime
Alchemist.
for
It's
and
hilarious.
Gara was Liam.
Gara, yeah, Liam was Gara.
Yep. That was crazy when I found out because I used to watch the English
of course.
dub.
Sam Riegel is in a bunch of kid stuff as well as like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He's also in a video game called God Hand where he's 3 different characters. They are all villains.
You know in The Last of Us?
Funniest shit.
You know in The Last of Us he does the clicker.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
If you read the
credits,
he's
a clicker.
A clicker.
That's hilarious. There you go. Yeah, so I think that's why like it wasn't like super fast, but it wasn't really gradual either. It just snowballed. It just got bigger and bigger, and they kept getting more and more and more.
Yeah, because like it was you told me about Critical Role.
Yeah, I was like, you should watch this
because like we were bonding over D&D, and you said, yeah, sure, I like D&D if there's something to watch about it.
Yeah. That's how I learned a lot of the D&D stuff I know, just by watching them play it. And
and I think it also was such an inspiration for me as like a DM watching like Matthew Mercer. Because I think that's also what made it snowball. They were just really good at what they were doing and having fun while doing it.
That's
right?
the thing. Being funny and being good and like having fun all contributed to the enjoyment of that kind of show. Yeah. To the point where people, I remember I said it once to a mate who was a DM in another campaign I was playing in. I was like, yeah, I started watching Critical Role. I was like, of course you are. Oh, of course you are.
You said this?
No, he said this to
to
me.
Okay.
And he was like, he said, it's got to be scripted. There's no way it can be that. It has to be scripted. And I just kind of nodded because it's one of the conversations you're like, I'm not going to argue with this person. He's not going to believe me. But in my mind, you know, we were doing theatre at the time and studying and scripting. I'm like, you know how hard it is to just write a script weekly for 7 people, for them all to do it right. It's so like it's just easier to play D&D. And play it well, because you don't have to script anything. It's just, I mean...
And also capturing the emotions of, like, the play. Like, you watching the genuine, like, emotions of people when things are happening. You can't... You can't fake it. You can fake it.
You wouldn't
maybe once, maybe twice.
But not for 10 years.
Not for 10 whole years.
And that's the thing, it's like, people will say, oh, man, you know, there's no way that their dice rolls are that convenient to make that such a good story. Like, when you roll thousands of dice, you're going to get really good story bit moments. We've had that in our own campaigns, where, like, this is the perfect story moment. How do we get this? Well, we've done, like, 200 quests in our time playing D&D. We don't always have perfect quests that line up right. Sometimes they don't. And so, you know, that happens in Critical Role. Sometimes they don't line up super well, and you're kind of like, well, that sucks, but go with it.
But I think overall... Coming back to campaign, campaign.
Got off on quite a tangent, but it's good to discuss.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah,
I think I'm excited for it. I'm gonna give it a very good chance. Like I want to.
Yeah.
But before we end on the topic, who do you want to see as a player? Like we already know Matthew Mercer is.
Right. Yeah, because it's not all.
It's not
going
to be all the main cast,
that
but
makes me
who
sad.
would? Yeah.
I know. Who do I want to see? I'm sad that he's probably not going to be there, but I want to see Travis.
I do too.
Yeah.
But he's
CEO
and he's a father and
he does a lot of stuff behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And so I reckon he'll step back, which makes me very sad. Well, he did mention at Supernova that he had an idea for a class for Campaign 4. So maybe he's given the ghost away on that by accident in Australia, that he might be in Campaign 4. But also, he might just be bullshitting and not have any idea. Maybe he's just like,
I think it's also a thing of they might just... It possibly might be they might pop in, like, occasionally.
Yeah, guest appear.
Like, yeah.
I will say, if Liam is not a part of it, I will be surprised. Because I want him to be there too.
So do I. Liam is... Yeah.
I love them all.
I love all of Liam's characters, to be honest.
He's got some great characters. He's very, very in-depth and interesting.
I want Liam to play... I'd like to see Liam play a bit of a funnier... Not funnier isn't the word. Light-hearted character.
I was hoping you would just be like a happier character. Because he's depressed in every campaign.
No.
But yeah, light-hearted.
Yeah.
Something different. There might be a struggle, might not.
Because I really like seeing... It's so great seeing Liam break his persona of like stoicism when he just cracks up laughing at something.
It's very heartwarming. He's very funny. Of the other ones as well, who would you say?
Liam and Travis were two up there. I think another one I really would like to see is probably either Taliesin, or Laura Bailey.
I can do without Sam. Not what I'm saying. Not what we're saying. I just thought it'd be funny, but
it's a little funny. I really like.
I love Sam.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know how to put this without seeming
judgmental.
I guess I have favorites. Is what I'm saying. I just have favorites.
We like all of them. They're all great players. Absolutely. But you have your favorite children. you got ones you love more than others. It's just how it goes. Like my favorite player of the Critical Role is Travis.
Yeah.
But Sam has his amazing moments. He does really great moments in Critical Campaign 1 and the most recent one with 3. I still love these clips. I've never seen them live, just in the clips. But when everyone's about to kind of go off into that last moments and they're all admitting their love for each other, he reads the moments when they're admitting their love and they're having their intimate moments, and then right as it ends, he comes in to admit his love to one of the characters as they're already like in the moments, and so he runs his like. What does he say? It's it's Aurum for the first one, which is Liam's character. He goes, Aurum, I have something for you. I love, and like Aurum is making out with Robbie's character, whatever, and he's got like a beautiful picture of Aurum, but then he had he commissioned an artist to do, and he's like, oh, I'll come. Never mind. And then like later on, Fern and Ashton are getting together and admitting their feelings and like having an intimate moment, and he comes in with the picture of Ashton. And he's like, Ashton, I love. Oh. And he walks off. I'm like, it's great. It's really well timed because it's something that he comes to expect.
I think in all honesty, even though Sam probably isn't my like most favorite, I think I'd really miss him if he wasn't at the table.
I agree with that entirely. But the three of us said like Laura Bailey, Travis, and Liam are the three that I'd be like, I would miss the most. I would miss the others just as much.
Taliesin for me is just because I think all of his characters are just probably not ever my favorite characters, but they're always the most like
interesting,
interesting, and I want to know more about them kind of characters.
He makes really, really interesting characters, especially Caduceus. I love that guy.
Caduceus, even not Aurum,
Ashton.
Even Ashton, like from the very beginning, just like his art design, and you saw like the cracked skull, like from the moment you saw the artwork, you're like,
interesting.
What's his story?
He does have a very funny like element of always playing some sort of homebrew character.
Yeah.
Percy was the gunslinger. Molly was, except for Caduceus, Molly was a blood hunter, and Ashton was the weird barbarian that is not a real barbarian, but was built with him and Matt.
Isn't he wild magic?
It's close to wild magic, but it has different. It's like weird gravity stuff and other things. It's not the same. None of the abilities he does are wild magic ones. So I thought that too, and then I was like, that's not a wild magic ability. That's different. But hey, he's having fun. He's just got that. He's that classic player. It's like, I know I haven't played homebrew. I haven't played a real class once, but can I play this homebrew? Which I have in one of my other campaigns. He's played 3 characters. They've all been homebrew. Kills me, but he's fun. What was I going to say after that? I make a joke of what do you think the odds are that Matt plays a dwarf?
He has a really good dwarf voice.
He loves a dwarf.
He loves a good dwarf. I hope he does.
I like a dwarf. We need more dwarfs.
What do you think his class is going to be?
I want like he already did like a dwarf cleric in the one shot thing with
dwarf wizard kind of slaps.
That would be fun.
Dwarf wizard kind of slaps.
Dwarf wizard or dwarf bard. Dwarf bard for fun. Dwarf wizard because it's a funky, unique interaction. I think it'd be good.
I think I've heard him quote that he really likes bards.
Yeah, I think he had like a subclass idea. It was like a conductor.
Yeah.
That was like years ago though.
We will find out. It's in October.
It's soon.
It's super close.
It's like they announced it and it's only a few months away, right?
Yeah, it's like 2 months away.
Yeah.
It's
crazy. It was great when it came up the other day. It was like the 10th of the 2nd, 2025, and I went, February? That's already passed.
So Matt has already played a dwarf
Bard.
character.
Yes.
Dwarf sorcerer for
Was that Exandria Unlimited? I was saying he played a dwarf for that one, but it was a sorcerer. Interesting.
Then it probably won't be a dwarf wizard.
But I mean, he does love a dwarf. Maybe a half-orc. I could see him playing a half-orc.
I don't know. You know
We
what?
need more half-orcs.
I want him to surprise us. Just come out classic human
Human
fighter.
fighter. Human fighter champion.
This is my one chance to play.
I'm going to play the most boring combo. Oh,
No,
classic.
first level human fighter.
Yep.
The rest of it, something like
Warlock.
yeah,
Hexblade Warlock.
Hexblade Warlock.
With my Sentinel Halberd. Oh, what a cringe combo.
He just
That's so good.
does the most busted combo.
I've come in with a coffee lock.
You can't stop me, Brennan. It's rules as written.
It's rules as written. We're playing by the rules. You're not a coffee lock barkeep. You're a decaf. We've talked.
Decaf. Especially
You're not being cringe. You're just
also
being cool.
with the new 2024, you can't. You
Oh,
can't.
they fixed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. What was our second topic?
This was our second topic.
Was it movie? Or was that the next week's one?
That's next week.
Oh, I'm sorry. We've gotten so lost in what we were talking about.
Well,
I guess you might as well talk about it now.
No, we can say that for next
no,
week.
the viewers can wait.
Tune in next time to talk about a movie.
Yeah, what were you talking about now then?
A movie.
Glad I didn't take a sip because I would have sat that
That
up.
was just going everywhere.
Out my nose. What did we say we were going to talk about?
No, this was it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that was it.
I'm sorry for him.
No, I'm not. This is funny. How are we going on time?
It's time to close.
Is it?
I'm closing our tab.
Yeah, fair enough. I am tired.
You're too drunk.
I've had 3 drinks.
Well, everyone.
They can barely see your hand. Oh, that's worse.
No more drink for you.
No more drink for me. No more
It's
of my
time.
beautiful
It's
beverage.
time to close the tavern.
Yeah, it
Thank
is.
you for joining us.
If you want to catch more of our videos, feel free to subscribe. We have short content.
Yeah,
on
make sure you
Shorts
check out our TikTok and YouTube
same
Shorts.
name. We're getting some views, I think. We got some pretty good views on the last short.
Yeah.
And stuff. Yeah, feel free to comment down below. What's your favourite lie about Hulk Hogan?
And what I was gonna do. What do you think Matthew Mercer is going to play?
Obviously a much better one.
That
but
is
I'm
a
like,
much
no,
better
harken
one.
back to the beginning.
No.
Both. What do you think Hulk Hogan would play in D&D if he was part of Critical Role?
Who do you think Trisha Paytas' next child is?
Who will be
Which is the next
reincarnated
celebrity
as
death?
the next Trisha Paytas. Maybe Hulk Hogan's in a line, and he's next in line to go. It's probably not. Anyway,
Alright, see you guys.
see you later.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh boy. Let's just stretch out this little ending here.
You fool.
I